So, hello and thank you for joining me today. And not only me, the Faraday Future family, as it's sitting here in the room and enjoyed the day and shared the day together with you. When I was thinking about today, one of YT's core value he has put into the company is sharing. And if we look into what all of you are shareholders. So we are all sharing the holding of this company. So we are all together holding the company in our hand. So I want to give you a brief update on where we stand. As you all know, we got compliance notification from NASDAQ that we have to get in order. So we achieved to convince the hearing panel to give us a chance to on time with filing. So our teams are working diligently. Originally, we had planned to be able to file this week. We didn't make it this week. We will make it in time as we agreed and promised to NASDAQ by the end of July. And then we will be on par with all our filings. The Q2 filing, which comes right after that, is well underway to be supported as well, that we are not missing this important milestone. And then we need to comply with the bid price, where we need to get a minimum of 10 days before the end of August, above $1. So for that reason, we have asked during our annual general meeting, we proposed to have the possibility to ask the board to agree to a reverse stock split and also to increase our number of shares, to be able to raise additional funds to support the ongoing operation of the company. So we want the company to be listed, because if we are dropping out of the NASDAQ exchange, then all of a sudden we trade on a platform which is far less attractive and doesn't bid the possibility to really have a successful trading. So this is one of the main focuses in the immediate term. And then let's look into what we are doing going forward with the business. As you have seen, I have been in the UAE recently. I flew there so often that I'm pretty close to be platinum member, which I didn't plan for, but it comes with that. Basically progressing the activities in the UAE makes it necessary that I'm available in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi, and as lately in Ras Al Khaimah. So we were able to engage with a partner, which is Sheikh Abdullah. He is part of the ruling family in Ras Al Khaimah. He is working very close together with me, progressing that we are putting together the strategy plans and the steps, the execution plans, how we land in the UAE with which operations. We are exploring different possibilities, and we are exploring in this context also the possibility to expand the operations, not only going into the UAE with selling cars, but moving part of our operation there. So basically that we are producing cars in Hanford, and look into if there's a way to get partially built vehicles into the UAE and finish them there. And with that have a unique United Arab Emirates vehicle produced, which I think is a huge thing, because the whole nation, as I have learned, the whole nation is in a move to turn to a sustainable and more environmental friendly future. So the whole nation is preparing to go into renewable energies, moving away from the oil industry, and giving the future a better projection, a better vision for their whole nation. I think the possibilities we have there it's hard to say it's unlimited, but it's close to being unlimited, because what I found is there's a lot of local sources and resources we can use for our products. So we have a chance over a long period of time to really look into building up an infrastructure which supports everything we need to build our product. And this is not only from a materials perspective, it includes as well the human resources. So the UAE is putting a lot of effort into getting their nation educated in the direction of AI, so that is one of their main focuses when it comes to education, and that fits very well to the FF idea and the FF dream to go forward. So this is one element, UAE. What is nice with the UAE, and I think we had spoken in the past about looking into building a bridge. So let me say so. We have with YT a founder who brings into the company, and on purpose he has founded the company in the US, so it's a US public company. But he brings with him the Chinese DNA. So now looking into the Middle East, if you take the globe and you just look at it, it's the perfect place to put a pillar to support a bridge between China and the US. And that actually is what we are looking into. We think with our mixed team from international people and a lot of Chinese people in the company, that we have the right setup really to help and work on bridging this controversy and distance between US and China. And I think looking around in the US, there is a lot of Chinese people living here, and I think you appreciate when we are putting our efforts into supporting going to a healing process. How can we do that? We can do that by looking into, let me go back when YT founded the company. The vision was we have an FF brand, but on the other hand, we have a Le C brand. So the FF brand is this pinnacle, this shining star. And the Le C brand is what you can touch. So from that perspective, we had always an idea to set up two brands. One is really a halo, a desirable product, as we have put it on wheels. And the other one is what you can really grab and get a hold of. And basically, when we went for our IPO, we followed the advice to focus on only one brand. But now having the FF realized, we come to the point that basically it makes sense to rethink. And we are in the process of taking a step back, distancing ourselves from what we have done so far, and look, did we do the right thing? And we're coming more and more to the conclusion that adding our old two-brand strategy into the whole picture and looking in addition to our pinnacle and halo product, the ultimate AI tech luxury product, into a product which is more affordable. And we are exploring avenues how we can realize that. One idea where we're putting our effort in is to think, how much of that do we need to do by ourselves? And how much of that we can participate by looking for somebody who is partnering with us and provides us a platform we can use to put a product on wheels where all what you have seen in the IAI demo again goes into the product and is then all of a sudden in a vehicle which is far more affordable than what we are able to provide just doing it on our own. The uniqueness will stay, because the uniqueness of a product, especially with electric vehicles, is at the end the vehicle integration and the software and the application you're putting into the vehicle. It's not so much the chassis or the electric drivetrain. All what you do on uniqueness and characterization comes with the software, which then defines at the end how you experience the product. So that's in, let's say, in a broader idea where we are going to, what we are looking at, and we will be able, once we are clean with our filings, that we are in a position to communicate even more open than what I'm doing at the moment. Coming back to what we need to do, and basically you have seen what we shared with you. We know the only way to get you passionate is to provide a product you really desire. And we know with that, product is king. So we need to keep working on enhancing our product to get more and more new features coming in, using the expertise from the ones like Sean Lee or Justin Bell to make it really a vehicle which performs in a way that when you're alone in the vehicle, you think you're going around a racetrack, but it's also extremely comfortable when you have your little baby girl in the back seat. So We are looking to support these activities by finding strategic investors. We have not been in a position to have, we have very supportive shareholders and we have very supportive investors. But what we are lacking, which is growing here with this community, a passionate support and a strategic support. So the shareholders we have are coming from a financial area, and there it is naturally a business to you invest and you get your gains and you invest again. So from that perspective, we had come to a development which we all saw that our share price was a wonderful target to be shorted and driving the share price down to make short-term gains. We want to turn that around. That's the reason why we are in the Middle East. There in the Middle East, we are not looking into people who are investing for the next 12, 24 or 36 months. Their vision is something like 10 years, 20 years. And then it's also not necessarily to get a huge dividend. So speaking from Middle East, is Faraday, when we are supporting Faraday, are they the right group of people, trustworthy enough to grow our GDP and to grow our employment? So they're thinking more from a, it's like if you look into the UAE, it is like a family. So these rulers are taking responsibility for their people like a grandfather, a father is taking responsibility of their family members. And so from that perspective, I think we have a good chance when we perform well and when we establish ourselves very well, step by step in the UAE, perceived and respected as the right partner to establish something which turns the UAE around. I hope we will be successful to get that going very soon, and then with what we are able to achieve to prove that we are worthy to be considered. This is one element where we are looking for strategic partnership and strategic investments. A next element is that we want to grow the community in the US as well as in China to find more and more investors who are not in the to have a short-term win, but to see the vision YT started and many others contributed over the years and help us to execute what we want to execute, because we want to do that for the benefit of all of us. What we learned through feedback out of the social media and a lot of messages we got, there's a desire that we are offering merchandising, like my t-shirt, for you or others to buy with this little contribution to support the company to get additional cash in. We heard the ask, we are looking into it, we are figuring out how we will be able to support that. And even YT, who is going into using his fan community in China and the growing community here in the US to market himself as a brand, he is looking into how in a certain constellation he is able to support these ideas as well. Lastly, I would like to finish the entire FF organization, including myself, including the board of directors. We want to express our sincere gratitude for the ongoing support we are getting from you guys and from all the other people we couldn't invite today. It is really a huge endorsement and we appreciate that extremely well. We thank you for your steadfast support of Faraday Future over the years, and you have protected and shared the dreams. Going on, you will help us to sustain, to get into the right track with all our listings, and then the whole FF team is working diligently to ensure the company's survival. We may face a lot of challenges, but so far we have proven we are extremely talented in staying alive and deliver. So thank you. I think it